What's going on, fam? Hope everybody's doing well out there. So I've got a hot one for you here today. This one has been kind of long overdue. As you can see, everything is already in the description, title, and everything. This is the traditional pocket knives exclusive Divo Lush. This comes in this really colorful box. Inside you get the standard Divo box with the blue and black, and then the foam insert. So enough of that. And we'll go ahead and jump straight into the knife, because this is the important part. This is what you came to see. So this is, again, this is the Arctic Storm Fat Carbon Lush. It is titanium fat carbon inserts. And so you got all the titanium there, but just absolutely fantastic job. You got a little bit of oil seeping out there. So I have been carrying this. I've had this knife for, since Blade Show, Texas, and it has spent a lot of time in the pocket. There you got, again, you've got your blasted titanium, the entire frame blasted titanium. Then you have your inserts and fat carbon, T8 screws on both ends, T6s on your inserts. There you have your reversible wire pocket clip side. Other side, of course, same thing. Again, it is a bolster lock, which is fantastic. I absolutely love bolster locks. And you got your wire pocket clip. Love it or hate it, they work, and they're comfortable. So they're actually some of the best pocket clips for actual retention in your pocket. So again, love it or hate it, they work. So you got jimping everywhere that you need it, and it is really good jimping. Perfectly centered. Your inserts don't have any real edges on them, anything like that. Everything's just rounded just enough. We'll go ahead and take a look at the blade here. So it might have some smudges on it, because again, I have been carrying it. I think I cleaned it off pretty good. But so one thing you'll notice is there are absolutely no billboarding on this knife at all. The only writing or only thing that's on this knife is right there where it says S90V. So this is an S90V titanium and fat carbon blade, and you can pick these up for $200 when you can find them, if you can find them. Your blade there, you've got that belt satin, beautiful belt satin there, and it is a hollow grind. Let's see if I can get this to focus in here. Look at that. Look at all that room for sharpening. My gosh. I mean, you can tell knife guys designed this knife. I mean, like real users designed this knife. I mean, there is all of that. So literally from right there where my fingernail is to the edge, you have all of that room. That is all the same thickness from that point all the way to the edge. So you could sharpen this knife down to next to nothing. You can sharpen it all the way down to there. That's incredible. And you can see this thing is super thin. It's going to be a very slicey, or it is a very slicey knife. You got a nice little swedge there coming down on the sheep foot edge, or on the sheep foot there. And of course, again, you got your jimping and your fuller that runs down the blade. Take a look at your grinds here. Your grinds are fantastic on this knife. Concept is the OEM on here, and they did a fantastic job. Some of the most even grinds I've seen. You look here, it just kind of favors the show side just a bit. But again, for a factory grind, and a hollow grind at that, you really can't expect much better. So there again on your other side, same thing. Zero billboarding. So bravo to Kevin and Colin for doing a fantastic job on this design. I've been a huge fan of their knives for quite a bit. This isn't the first one I've picked up, and it sucks because it's taken me so long to grab any of their knives. And I wanted to buy 3 or 4 of them at the show, but I could only pick up one. So this was literally the one I kept going back to. Stood there with Colin for, I don't know, felt like forever, but it was probably 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and sit there and, played with every single knife on the table, and I literally kept coming back to this one. And we'll see why here in just a second, but one of the things is I absolutely love a bolster lock. So we'll zoom in on this lock just a little bit here. So there you can see your just absolutely fantastic lockup. You cannot see your lock bar insert at all on there. If it wasn't for that screw, you wouldn't know there was one there. Oh, there you go. You can kind of see it. Okay, so when the light hits it just right, you can see it. But you have fantastic lockup. And this thing locks up like a bank vault. I mean, no play up, down, side to side, nothing. I mean, it's just absolutely solid. And the action is incredible. It's very hydraulic action. The reverse flick is just so good on this thing. Just, I mean, insane. It's because you have this full-length fuller that is done perfectly. It's a 90-degree edge, so it literally, I mean, it grabs whatever you know, if it's your fingernail, if it's a piece of your finger, whatever, it just grabs it and you can get the knife out. And same thing with the thumb. You can slow roll it. I've not tried to thumb flick it, but you can thumb flick it. Of course, over the top, or thumb, whatever you want to call that. But this is one of only 2 knives that I've ever messed with that I can actually, and I might screw it up being on camera here, but that I can actually do that with. So the other one is the Apache. I can't think of the maker on that. I'll put it up here on the screen, but just absolutely great knife, just fantastic. Can't really fault anything on it. There's some people that say that they don't like the pocket clip. Again, for me, it's useful. I'll take the form following the function on that. And I know there's some pocket clip that fits it or that works with it. I can't remember what. But I think there is a solution for that. But yeah, outside of that, there's really not a whole lot to talk about on this knife. It's a beautiful, almost kind of a modern traditional look. You got that bolster lock. Multiple deployment methods, they all work fantastic. Just gorgeous lines on the knife. Again, I just feels great in the hand. You know, your choke up point here is just fantastic. It just, everything works. You know, where the jimping's at just fits right. If you come down, fits right. If you're doing the pinch grip, you've got your jimping right in the perfect spot. It's not too big of a knife. It's not too small a knife. Even with the, you know, even if you're not choked up on it, which I think this knife is just meant to really, I mean, that's the best grip for this knife. It just feels like it's meant to be choked up like that. But even if you're not, even if you're trying to put a lot of pressure into it or something like that, you do still have a really comfortable handle here. And it still is, you know, a decent grip. You have enough handle to grab a hold of. The proportions are just done really well. Colin's one of those designers that, you know, you can't sleep on him. These things are just insane. And then, you know, I don't know as far as, you know, who's, you know, more into the designing and whatnot. I don't know any of that stuff. I don't care. I know it's the two of those, you know, it's Kevin and Colin, and you know, they're killing the game. So whoever put all of their eggs into this basket, it's a fantastic knife. So just incredible. We will go ahead and do a little bit of a cut test with this guy. Now, I have been carrying it. I haven't had to use it a ton, but it is not a factory fresh edge. But let's be honest, it's S90V, so you'd have to beat the shit out of it to dull it, honestly. So just like butter. I mean, it's a sharp freaking knife, man. This is super thin. You know, like you guys know already. It's the same paper I always use. That cheap shit that I bought that barely works inside of an actual printer. But yeah. So if you guys have a chance to pick one of these up, you know, definitely do it. I think, let's see, let's go ahead and talk about a little bit of the specs on it. I want to say it's probably just over 3 ounces. So it is a 3-ounce knife, and it's a 3-inch blade, so it gives you that perfect 1-to-1 ratio. I think the cutting edge is 2 3/4, and you're 3 inches out to here, so Again, it's just that, I don't know, it's just that perfect size, at least for my hands, that it just fits. And yeah, again, don't really have anything bad to say about it. So guys, I really appreciate y'all for watching. Yeah, Divo Knives, keep on killing the game, because you know what, some of the stuff y'all guys have got coming is insane. I cannot wait to see it. And you know, I appreciate everybody for watching as always. Be kind, be humble, be EDC. We'll catch you on the next one.